and welcome to On My Shelf. Today I'm sharing about a fun young adult graphic novel that has a subversive title and a wonderful theme of sisterhood. Huda F. Cares by Huda Fahmy was a National Book Award finalist this year in the Young Literature category. It's the story of Huda, a young Muslim woman dealing with stereotypes and discrimination in the world. She and her family are taking a family vacation to Disney World. She and her sisters are incredibly excited. But they're taking a road trip, which means Huda has to deal with her sisters for hours and hours in the car. And then, once they get to Disney World, people look at them weird. Yes, even at the happiest place on earth, because of the way they're dressed. It's funny and moving at the same time, which is not easy to do. Huda F. Cares is the sequel to Fahmy's 2021 release, Huda F. Are You? I love this book for many reasons. First, the title. I laugh every time I see it. This was the first of the Huda F. books I've read, and when I saw the title, I thought, that is so clever. It's the kind of title that will make teenagers laugh and draw them in, which is exactly what you want for a book. Second, sister relationships. Sisters are tough. They get on your nerves, but they can also be your best friend. Fahmy captured that perfectly in this graphic novel. How annoyed she could get when her sisters tried to mother her, or tell on her, or boss her around, and yet how they defended each other and stuck together when they needed it. It was very real and relatable. And third, Disney World. Who doesn't love stories that take place at Disney World? All right, I know not everyone does. I am a huge Disney World fan, so when I read in the first few pages that Huda and her family were going to Disney World, I almost cheered. At Disney World, the family has to deal with people who don't understand or accept their religion, because even the happiest place on earth has ignorant people. I shouldn't say that, but it's true. I've been to Disney World. I've seen them. The happiest place on earth is not immune to ignorance. And this story captured that as well. Here's what I enjoyed from a craft perspective. 1, it's a graphic novel. This makes it a really fast read, and it's also fun to look at the pictures and see the subtext of what's happening. Fahmy captures the expressions of her characters, the outrage, the embarrassment, the sisterly loyalty, and she doesn't have to use words. She shows it in pictures. Number 2, the emotional journey of Huda. There were 2 emotional journeys, actually. The first was Huda accepting her family's quirks, especially those of her sisters, and coming to realize they're all on the same team, however annoying they could be sometimes. And the second was feeling more comfortable with her religion. She and her sisters have to pray several times in the story, and Huda struggles with people watching them, staring at them. People shouldn't watch and stare, of course, but Huda comes to realize that it's okay to be different and to worship differently. All of that was handled in a delicate way that felt authentic to a teen's perspective and experience. Number 3, humor and lightheartedness mixed with the serious. This book had a good balance of silly, especially with Huda's sisters and the different personalities they had, and the seriousness of what she was dealing with. I'm a big fan of humor. I think it helps drive home the serious points we want to make in our stories, and Fahmy did that expertly. So here's what we can learn from Huda F. Cares. You can say a lot in a graphic novel and a story about a family vacation. And second, probably the most important, don't stare at people who are dressed differently than you are or worshiping differently than you are. I know even the happiest place on earth has moments of unhappiness, but why cause that for someone else? Treat people respectfully, even if they're different from you. Just be a kind human, okay? That's it for today's On My Shelf. If you're interested in hearing an author's perspective on books, movies, and sometimes TV shows, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.